Dire warnings from the Marine Corps general slated to become President Obama's top military advisor.
Russia presents the greatest threat to our national security. And if you look at their behavior, it's nothing short of alarming.
Marine Corps General Joseph Dunford believes the U.S. should provide weapons to Ukrainian forces.
And frankly, without that kind of support, then they're not going to be able to protect themselves against Russian aggression.
He listed China, North Korea, and ISIS as the next biggest threats to U.S. security, and he had this warning about Iran.
Iran will continue to be a malign force and influence across the region, and that if confirmed as the chairman, I'll make sure that our leadership has a full range of military options to deal with Iranian activity.
His confirmation hearing to be the next Joint Chiefs chairman came on the very day the Army announced it's cutting its force by 40,000 troops, going from 490,000 to 450,000 troops in the next 2 years. Military bases and communities across the country affected. Fort Benning, Georgia, and Fort Hood, Texas, suffering the biggest impact.
Unfortunately, under sequestration and automatic budget cuts, today's announcement may not be the last.
But muted reaction from many in Congress. The cuts largely a result of congressionally mandated budget cuts known as sequestration. Some analysts say with no large land wars for the Army on its horizon, it is time to cut and save money, though local communities could pay a price.
It's hard to justify, the force size that we had at the peak of Iraq and Afghanistan, given the deployments and the commitments that we have today. That also means that there's going to need to be fewer people working at the grocery stores, fewer teachers at the school, and so the economic impacts will expand out from the base.
Even as the outgoing chairman warned, the U.S. is entering a time of what he calls perpetual war.
The global security environment is as uncertain as I've ever seen it. The world is rapidly changing everywhere, and we're seeing significant shifts in an already complex strategic landscape.